Are you supposed to do something today? Oh, shit, I
Okay,
can't.
we are live.
Yeah.
Jennifer did text me and let me know that she was not going to make it,
Okay,
so that you're aware.
okay. Well, I think that needs to be a discussion tonight. So as we go down our agenda.
Okay.
You will notice, first of all, we're gonna call the meeting to order, we're gonna take roll call, and then we'll move along down the list. Jeff?
Here.
Brian?
I made it.
You made it, Jeff.
I was about to relegate you to the absence.
Jennifer, she said she wasn't gonna make it. Dan?
Here.
Brent?
Here,
And Janice, I'm here too. Before we go any further, you will notice that the agenda is a little different than the past. This is now the agenda, there's some rules and ways we have to do the agenda. And so it will look like this unless there is something more that I need to do. So this is a first time run for me.
I think it
and-
looks fantastic, Janice.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Very positive.
So this is the one that will get posted as well? before our
Correct.
meeting?
Yeah, as long as Janice gets it done before the meeting, so, which is
That's
a
where I feel for
requirement too, yeah. And, so, it didn't get posted real early this time because I was confused at exactly how this had to be done, so. Let's go ahead and start with the minutes from our last meeting.
Somewhere in there was an "and" that I missed, but I added it. Oh, yeah. Chip will ask Leslie Robinson about setting up an account. I think there was that was. Is Leslie Robinson the new treasurer? Okay. And she's worked with Rosie already in the past?
No, she was a board member and then became clerk, and so her and Rosie are working together right now
Oh, okay.
till an undetermined time.
Okay.
We need to correct new business, instead of South River Road, South Raber Road.
Oh, Raber?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome.
And I don't really think it's Raber right there. Because when I asked the mayor, he said that Raber was not part of the city. That we didn't have, that Raber wasn't. And I said, well, this is right on city's edge.
Well, we could change the minute to say, business owner with a storage facility.
He is South River Road.
Okay,
South
and he
Raber.
is in city limits,
Yep.
so,
Okay, all right.
okay,
Means the mayor was wrong and I was right.
yeah.
The record
Chocolate, yeah,
will show
for the
this.
record.
No, I wasn't positive of that. It very easily could have been.
It's weird because it's very
It
weird
is
down there.
right there.
Mhm. So I understand the confusion.
Absolutely.
Christmas tree is. I will make a motion to approve the minutes.
As
As our
as
corrections,
corrected.
That's correct, sorry, I forgot we
I will second.
fixed the,
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I don't have this on here, but I don't know why we can't continue to do the financial report. So, I'm gonna go to that, I'm gonna go off script a second.
$39,000, I don't think so, $39,029.18. 39029.18.
And so that's after, so we purchased the trees then from Ace, I take it.
Probably
for
haven't
the-
paid for those
Yeah,
yet.
well, the old business on the minutes was
At 35.
35, is there something that hasn't been,
Went up.
Correct.
it went up?
It could be still that there is money set aside
To pay you?
to pay me, to pay my business for
Okay.
those
Okay.
trees that we purchased last year.
That's right, we talked.
And those have not been planted yet. I'm just sitting on them because, oh my gosh, we just can't get any rain.
No, we would have lost all of them.
Yes, we would have.
Yeah.
Yes, we would have.
It's-
And I've got hoses on them
Yeah.
and they're drip hoses on them and they look really good.
Good.
They
We
look really
did
good,
get
so.
a funeral donation for a tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's from me.
Yeah.
are you the guinea pig on the process?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
perfect.
did. I
love
did.
it.
It was to Smith
Did it go
Funeral. I'm
smooth?
glad it came
Yeah,
through.
it came through.
That's cool.
Okay.
Our family, my extended family and all purchased or donated for a tree for Gloria Smith, who passed away from Smith Funeral Home.
Okay.
And we decided to do it through the tree board to try and get this process going.
Awesome.
And so,
What they requested versus how much they gave is a different, no.
yeah, I was gonna say, did they request a
No.
tree? Okay. Because they talked about it, so I said, well, then we'll have to see where that goes, so. But,
See what we do from there, yeah.
yep. So I'm glad that came through. I wondered
Yep.
how that would all.
Just found out today.
So how we did it was, we wrote the check to the city of Columbia City and put it on the memo part, tree board,
Okay.
tree board donation or something like that. That's how we did it, so.
Perfect.
Now we just need to get it so it can be at their, when they set up funerals, that would be an option. So, and that's to come.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll
I
get
did-
that.
I did talk to my daughter, and she was willing to work on doing some design stuff for a
That'd be great.
flyer or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I
And
just-
then,
We just need to at some point get some ideas to her.
Yep,
So,
okay.
I like to see the coordinates thing on there too. I know I mentioned that a couple months ago. That way somebody can always know
Yep.
right where it was at.
Yep.
And that would have to be after it was planted, obviously.
Yep.
Are you-
Well, and that's kind of what I told Janelle. I said, once we do it, I'll make sure you know where the tree
Yeah.
is.
Or even like a corner of so-and-so. I mean, it doesn't have to be like, down to the
And I think that
inch.
can all be done with tree keeper,
Oh, yeah.
so.
Oh, I
we'll
was just
be-
gonna ask you that. Are you working with tree keeper?
I don't have access, I don't know anything about.
Well, trust
Okay.
me, that is all changing now.
Yes.
Boy, you're gonna,
That is all changing.
boy, Dan, you just
Yep.
offered that up right up
Yep,
there.
yep. So,
Need to bring on a 15-year-old so they can figure it out.
Oh, boy.
okay, well, let's move on to old business. First of all, first Friday in October. Do we still want to do the first Friday,
In October.
Yeah.
the event?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm able to.
I
do
can't.
that.
Yeah, I know you had said you couldn't. I can. I'll tell you, I've been pressing leaves and collecting nuts, and I've been doing stuff, so I'll have like a display board for people to match the leaf to the nut.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of what I was doing. So anybody can do anything else. I'm just saying that's, I was doing that, so.
I might wear my bathing suit. So,
If you-
I'm registering you right now, so.
Yeah. Okay,
and I'll check with you about, you said about a hard hat.
I've got one at home if you wanna use it.
Yeah.
I can give it to you at some point.
Okay.
okay. Anything else you want to do for, I mean, we have flyers, we still have all of those. I have the buckets, because sometimes we do pine cone toss. I got a lot of hickory nuts, so I thought we'd do hickory nut toss. What sort of,
Make parents happy and just use rotten walnuts.
yeah,
With the husk still on?
yeah. no,
I can get you those if you want them.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to, sometimes when we do these games, then we give something away. I've done where I've bought candy that is like maple candy or tree-related candy.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that from last year,
Root beer barrels,
Root barrels were
with
fire.
the sassafras
Mhm.
kind of thing. Do you want to do candy? You want, we've done where we've done stickers, but there aren't many stickers left. Like, because Jennifer had printed a bunch of stickers and we've pretty much given the stickers away.
The tree-related candy sounds like a cool
Yeah.
idea.
Mhm.
Everybody likes candy.
Okay. Can we turn receipt in?
Or do you just want me to get it? Where do you get it? Can I get it at Walmart?
I ordered it on Amazon.
Okay, I'll get it.
Ace probably sells some maple candy. Does Ace
Yeah.
sell maple candy?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
nobody,
Stickers.
yeah, nobody's,
Tractor Supply.
and
Yeah,
we
got
could
all the
do,
fun-
46-piece
the
green
thing is
forest
it's gotta be,
stickers
it's
for-
gotta be individually wrapped,
Correct, yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Maple
But-
candy and root beer, right?
Yep, and I've done ones like fruited Tootsie Rolls, so like lemon, cause lemon trees, orange trees,
Yeah.
Really anything chocolate,
Cherry.
chocolate grows on trees.
I mean,
Not around here, but.
but we could do stickers too, like, just
I
a,
think
There's
it-
lots of, you
and
get 50,
we could do
100
both and say
stickers.
one game you get a piece of candy, the other
Sure.
game you get a sticker.
I think that'd be nice, because like, I know there were some parents probably like, hey, I don't want the kids to have hard candy for whatever reason,
Yep.
that way it's.
All right, you getting the candy? Yeah. Okay,
I'm
Get
getting
the
you registered.
stickers.
okay, and then just turn your receipt in, Jeff.
Yep.
So. Can you bring the table again? Cause you brought the table last time, and then I had the table for a long time, but I know you got it back.
I got it
so-
back, yeah, I'm.
Can
no,
you
I'm
bring the
not.
table?
That's October 3rd, yes.
Okay, and I have like flags, Tree City USA flags.
Do we want a canopy or not? Although, 'cause where we were last time, I don't think we really needed it, if we weren't really in the sun, but I have a canopy if you
I
want
just
one.
don't know, the October 3rd, it sometimes can rain,
And then they cancel it.
yeah. So it's up to you. I would suggest,
I can, I will put it in my SUV, and then if we decide we would like to have it, we have it, and then if we say, yeah, we're fine, then
Yeah,
we'll.
we don't need it,
Yeah,
yeah, that
that's a
sounds
good
good,
idea.
that sounds good. Okay, anything else about First Fridays? Anything else we need to? All right, moving right along. The peach tree request, on the south edge of town, South River Road. I've located trees, the gentleman, this is more you, Brent. The gentleman said that he was all okay with having something else planted also.
He was good with doing shade tree and beech trees.
okay.
We have plenty
I mean, I know there's major utility lines, and we've got to be very, very careful. There's a major gas line underneath that too.
so don't dig into that.
Yeah,
I know, I'm sorry.
okay, so I guess I'm gonna be getting the peach trees. What other sort of tree would you like to plant there?
How many
Along
trees
with
are we putting in there? Like, what's the area over
Was
there?
it, gonna do 4.
4?
My thought was with the height that we need to kind of keep edge on is going with one of the lilacs. That was just
The
an
ivory
idea.
silk?
Yeah. That it would keep it low.
Okay.
And
That's true.
still be,
It still will provide a little shade.
yeah, yeah.
Are we doing 3 peach and 1 ivory silk? We doing 2 peach, 2 ivory silk?
What I proposed to him was 2 peach and 2 some shade.
Of some-
Okay.
Shade trees.
Do we have ivory silk
In our
the mess of
inventory?
trees we got there? I can't remember.
Last year we did, but I don't know when I picked up this year.
If we have something else that's in our inventory that would work in a situation like that, I don't believe that he's gonna be particular about what,
Okay.
second option.
Do you want to do 3? I'm just looking at it. 3 peach, do 1, 2, 3, and then just like that ivory silk back there, or are you thinking, I was just looking at it, not trying to overrun you.
No, you're fine. I was just trying to keep them in the right of way itself. And doing like a peach here, and 2
Okay.
other
Okay.
here.
Yep.
I mean, that was my thought.
That's
And
good.
you can change that if you wish.
No.
I'm not set on.
I know, you're my boss, kind of, council member. Sorry, Mr. Council Member, I did not address you before I approached you.
Thank you for the apology.
Noted.
It will be noted.
Okay. Well, if you talk with him, as soon as our weather breaks a little bit, we're going to actively be planting those trees. But right now, we gotta wait till
Little rain.
little rain, little cooler weather,
Yep.
so. Okay, moving on. The Ace trees from Ace. Daniel Landscape Design picked those up. They are at my shop, and they have hoses run to them, drip hoses running on them, and they are all tied up, and
Very good.
they are secure for the moment.
Did we get a good selection?
If you would have been here at the last minute,
too
you would have
bad.
known what the selection was.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Just
There's
saying,
some-
Dan. Just saying.
There's a couple different varieties of oak, there's a couple different varieties of maple. Size is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, they,
Awesome.
yeah, not too bad. I don't even remember what else
Pretty good
now. I
selection. There were
picked 'em
some,
up.
I think there were some, if I remember correctly, that we chose not to.
Correct. Some of the
Oh,
smaller
depending on what the
ones.
stuff- what
Yeah, some of the,
species was,
yeah. So
We got an employee discount? Is that how that worked, Jeff? We good?
No.
They were just unclear.
No, they don't do employee discounts on any of the garden.
Did I see they were like half
But
price
we
or something?
got 30%
35.
off?
I think it was 35
Yeah,
because
35% off.
I waited a day to come in and get them or something, and
No,
then they
if you-
discounted them
If you
more.
still want anything else that's out there, it's like 50 to 60% off.
Yeah. So
We
there
do-
again.
We do have some red bud.
Oh, I might have
If you
something.
wanted those for, they're really a nice red bud. They're, I don't know, it's a different variety. It kind of has the zigzag trunk going up.
Huh.
Have you seen those?
Are they twisted?
Yeah, they're
They
probably
got
the
Have you
twisted.
seen those? where
Could
they-
be, maybe
Yeah.
that's what they've done with it.
And those are really no different than a peach tree. They're not gonna get much bigger, and they aren't
Yeah.
gonna give you any sort of a shade for that. So I think we need some, that's our whole purpose, is to
little
make
more
it a
substantial.
little
Shade,
bit
yeah.
longer,
Okay. No, that's fine.
longevity and bigger, so. Okay, we sort of kind of talked about the funeral trees. I was gonna say that I kind of got that in process, that process started, and so, I think next meeting we'll make sure that we have something for your daughter to go on.
And I can work on some stuff and bring it to the next meeting, or her and I can work on stuff.
Yep.
And say, here, what do you think of this?
Uh-huh,
Because it's basically just for something to let them know what it is and how to,
how to do it.
yeah.
Yep,
Anything better than what we could do on Word?
Yeah,
Or,
I'm-
or I can tape stuff and then
Right there with
recopy it and,
I'll have her, no,
yeah.
I'll give her a
You
challenge.
can make it look like an old school ransom note with all the letters cut out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, that'd be really neat.
I've never done one, but if I were.
Rumor has it.
Dear tree board, we gave you all the clues.
So yes, we can work on that, and I'll have something for you for next meeting.
okay, great.
I don't like putting my name beside stuff, but I'll do it this time.
Anything else I'm missing from old business? The ordinance thing, I didn't put that down tonight. We're kind of coasting on that a little bit,
Yep.
so.
Well, and we have one coming up, which we can, I guarantee we can enforce it a little heavier. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay,
We just need to sit down and talk.
Yeah, I
We
think
need to, we sat down and talked, we just haven't talked about that.
we get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a list of the trees that was on? the-
Oh, here we go.
I see if I would have been here.
Again.
I
There
don't,
was,
I don't have it with me
Oh,
tonight,
that's fine.
but yes,
Whatever.
we do have it. Maybe
The
you
list of-
have it.
The list of trees from this,
I might not be
The
in.
list of trees
I'm skipping the
that
next
we
one.
were,
oh.
Oh, there it
That
is.
list of trees.
There we go.
Good job.
All right, I'll just take a picture.
So, I can email it to you.
Well, do we- yeah.
we kind of talked about that last
Yes,
meeting,
please.
the,
Oh, thank you.
some of the,
This was based,
That was on that list of.
this was based pretty much entirely on, I just put it into a
Okay,
Excel spreadsheet. so.
okay, cool.
all right, ready to move to new business?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is kind of a big one. Larry Walters has decided to resign from the tree board. He had a month left in his term. He was appointed by the council. And so Brent has decided, since Brent's on council, to finish out Larry's term. And then, when that gets done, then he will be another 3-year term appointed by the council. So we have a vacancy open that needs to be appointed by the mayor. And we need to be thinking about who we would like to give, whose name we would like to give to the mayor to then approach these people. Also, with that, I'm gonna say, Jennifer has not been to the last many meetings. We had discussed quite a few, I don't know, it was probably earlier in the year, about some of the, what we expect if you're gonna be on the tree board, and it's a voluntary thing, but if they're not here and consistently not here, that's not helping our board.
It's hard if we have quorums and stuff. but
Correct.
If I get sick and my children throw up on me or whatever, then.
Yep.
You wipe it off
Your wife, what do you
and
need?
put on a different shirt and come to work.
So, I guess, I'm not sure when her term is over, but we need to decide whether that's, I don't know. If we can't come to the meetings, that's kind of a problem.
You know, Jessica Burkett had mentioned her husband, John. I've worked with John before when I was the chair for Giving Gardens. And I get along really well with John, but he's kind of a straight sort of guy.
I like John a lot.
He's got opinions, and he'll tell you what his opinions are, but he'll listen to other people. And it's just some people can be kind of put off by him because of that. But he loves trees, he knows trees and gardening and everything else. And if we were on, he would, whatever you ask him to do, he'd really give himself to it. That's one suggestion.
Sure. Well, that's where we're sitting with that. So, with that, Larry took care of our tree keeper program. That was kind of his role. And now someone will need to take that role.
I can do it. I sit there, I have a computer right in front of me, I can do it. And I know what we plant, I know, yeah, it's fine. I know what we cut, I know what we plant. I've just gotta figure it out. I kinda know, but I
And we
kinda
can- And we
don't.
can all have access to it.
Yeah, I
mean, that's the thing.
I could just, I don't know, I'll send you my access account, everybody. You can use mine.
And that's fine, I just think if there's,
Yeah, it's just something that Larry took care of it, and I didn't really take an interest in it, so I just really didn't do it.
Is that something that,
you would love to do. I'm not saying that.
I
I know that sounded sarcastic.
Well, I wanted to put, yes, I wanted to, we should change gears. I probably would.
I think that's something.
Okay,
you would
then
really
Dan, I will not.
I don't know anything about it. I've never seen it. I don't
I will send you all the information tomorrow,
know how to
and,
update it and what needs to be done with it. And, you know, going in cold.
yeah. I can't say I'm much better, so it's,
Okay.
yeah, you just kind of tinker with it. Worst case, you delete a tree or delete a vacant spot, or,
And then that's just, he was just inputting when,
Trees were getting cut down, new trees getting planted.
yeah, just replacing.
And he did with the, our
With Seth,
arborist, with Seth last year, he went through the whole city and they updated.
So it's up to date as
It
of right now.
is pretty much
So
up
really,
to
it's just
date.
maintaining as we cut it, so when we talk
Correct,
about
because
cutting
we
a
had
tree,
gone
I go
many
in and
years
I-
of it not being updated because Davy Tree Service did that for us when we.
Oh, they did it.
We paid for it, they did it, they took care of keeping it. Well,
Okay.
we had gone 3 or 4 years with them not.
Okay,
And so it was very far behind.
okay.
and there's some way you can run, like they have them listed, like quality of the tree, poor, you know,
Oh,
needs
so
to
you
be
can
cut.
tag the tree and.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm sure you can make a report out of that of all the
Does it
bad.
need pruned, does it need,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Did
the
it show signs
information
of
we get from
disease?
Seth, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
I just need to update the thing. And that might be something too, is once I get in, maybe have everybody a little dabble, just because if somebody does leave or something happens, somebody.
Cross-training.
Just some basic training on how to go in and update it.
Yep.
no, but I fully meant that. I think it would be something that you'd be really good at.
And maybe that would be a meeting one night, you know, once you get yourself comfortable
And go over it.
and go
see.
over it.
Yeah. No, I would, yeah, I think I would like to do that. I'm
How
not
long had
super
Larry-
computer savvy, but this will make me,
That way, right?
How long has Larry been on the tree board?
Good question.
Well, his term was about up, so
That's 3 years.
that's 3 years. I feel like he was on 3 years prior to that, so I would say he was about 6. I might be wrong.
Yeah, he's been on it as long as I have. He
Uh-huh.
was,
And how long have you been on it?
Since I moved to Columbia City, so 6 years ago.
No?
I'm just trying to think if he had been, like, I'm trying to think who all was on it when I was on it before, back in the olden days.
How long have you been on it?
I don't, he wasn't.
Oh,
And Larry wasn't on it, because this was the
No.
first time he'd been
Or
on
how long have you
the
been doing it?
Columbia City Tree Board, because he was on like, he worked in Fort Wayne, and I don't know if he was on the tree board in Fort Wayne, or if just worked
He
in
worked
Fort
at the
Wayne.
parks
Yeah.
department.
Parks department.
No, I was on it when Kendall was a baby, so I was on it 20.
So it would have been Martha.
20. It was Martha, Nadine, Ken Lundquist, I think had just come on,
You,
Gloria Baker.
oh.
She was on it then.
Yeah.
It was like the Paleolithic age.
It was. But then I was off for a while, and then I don't know how many years I've been on it this time. It doesn't seem like that many.
I think a year. You haven't,
Yeah.
Right, because I was filling out another.
You had
somebody-
1 year
Yeah.
to go for your term to be over, so
No, mine's done in October. 'Cause I was-
Larry's would have been done in October,
No.
is what I was told.
Mine was gonna be up in October. Larry's was good for another. what?
yeah, you were backwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
do remember that,
backwards?
yeah.
Okay,
So they were-
sorry.
They were,
Yeah.
I'm going to take over Larry's and finish his out, and they're gonna pick somebody new to do
Finish.
mine in October.
Okay.
And-
Sorry, I was backwards, I thought that
But
was
it,
the
All right.
day.
it's all, it needed to be done because Mayor and I had talked, and it was,
Yeah.
since I was a mayor appointment, and then I was on the council, it could be a conflict of
Oh,
thing there.
oh,
for me,
so it had to
switching-
be done anyhow.
For me, switching was a great way to handle that.
So, yeah, 'cause you're switching for be like the council's representative. I got it, okay, I see what you're saying.
Anyway,
So with all of that happening, come January, Larry was the, like, vice president of our board. So come January, maybe we need to do it now, I don't know, but come January, I was thinking we need to appoint all new positions. So if anybody doesn't want to do their position anymore,
Maybe not all.
well, if anybody doesn't want to do their position, then that'll be the time that you can be done if you would like to be. And then we'll have to have a vice president,
Understood.
so. So that'll be at the first of the year, we'll discuss that. Any new tree requests? Nothing.
Nope, we had a lady reach out this week. She would like to cut, but they're in alleys, so not our baby. I did pass them along to electric department, but no, it's been a quiet little time right now.
Good.
Okay. Then the last thing is other business, so,
Any of you saw this at all?
I
This is
did.
from the,
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
I
an
did
email
read
too.
your email. I wanted to ask, are we under that 10,000?
I believe, our census, so they should go off of census. Our census, we are. Now, updated census, we are not, but off of the true census, we are under 10,000.
under the current census.
By,
18, I think.
I mean, we could qualify probably for any of these. So is Lori Shipman still,
But she's still our grant writer. I've talked to her about them. It's a tight timeframe. That's all I'm gonna say, but we could get it. I just need to know which one you want to go after.
Well, I mean,
probably not the ash borer.
That's what I thought,
Yeah,
because I
not
think
that
we're about
one.
done with that.
Yeah, I think we're done with that, yeah.
the first one though, I mean, like, talk about inventories, management plans, I feel like we're assuming having, bringing in Seth, having the tree keeper be updated, I mean, knowing we're going to be doing that going forward, because Dan's cool. I think that,
That's right.
I think like, that one's good. I mean, I think if we're eligible for it, I mean, like, in terms of like, I guess I'm thinking in terms of like, I don't know, who knows how many other towns are going to, or are going to apply for something, but I feel like having like, oh, here's the cap on, like, having that cap on people,
We're not competing with,
like Fort Wayne or, like maybe a bigger city that like, yeah, they may be like, oh, we could really make use of this because we have all these things we want to do, but like, for us, then it's like, we're just keeping it to underneath that threshold. That was why I asked the question, I did in the email, was like, if we could get that one seems like,
You're talking the small town, big trees one?
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of what I was, obviously, just kind of some bullet points on it, but.
I mean, and I know it says inventories management plan, kind of the same thing, but I was thinking if that's what's available, I think maybe if we could fit the description for that one, maybe that would make a better pursuit of the options.
then do you want me to make a motion?
If you would like to make a
I'd
motion.
like to make a motion that we have, Mrs. Shipman do her best to write a grant for the Small Town Big Trees grant through the Indiana Department of Natural Resources.
I just need a second.
I will second the motion.
All those in favor?
Now, I was gonna bring up something else too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, then do we have
No.
to
Do I need to
vote
withdraw
now?
my motion?
No, you're fine, you're fine. But this kind of, I guess we're at this point. I brought it up last year. IU offers this technical, you get 100 trees for, I think we spend $3,750 or something like that. But then we get somebody,
Get a people.
we get a person, yeah, that waters, maintains, all that. I don't know, I got hit up by Jackson Longball, my, assistant, because Warsaw did it. I just want to put that in your memory bank. I'm not, right now, I don't know if we have too many trees even to worry about that extra 100, if we, kick the can down the road for next year, but just think about it. And if you want more information, I can get you. The lady just reaches out all the time, so.
So it's a small cost with a pretty good effect, that sounds like.
I don't know what the caliber of trees are, if they're 2 or inch or what, but, I mean, we don't have to do anything. That's my only point.
We got about 70 trees sitting right now to get planted. to
Are we
find a
looking
home.
at doing some at the park? Is there,
We need to figure out something. Janice and I, just when the weather gets optimal for landscaping, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do, because we got to go around the pool and, yeah.
oh, yeah, pool, yeah.
Do we,
So, yes, we do want to plant some of them, especially, we've talked some of those ace trees we'd like to put at the park.
Eagle
Eagle
Park,
Park.
yeah.
I know you mentioned like a grove type
Yeah.
scenario, which sounds pretty cool. I've seen, when you mentioned that, I looked at some picture, that looks really neat, once they get, you know,
Yeah, we just need to do some,
Substantial.
sometime we need to get the plan of the park out here and say, hey, here's a good spot that
Okay,
we need.
I can do that.
I know they got, there's some planted right now out there by
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
skate park.
Yeah.
So,
because in reality, we've got to get all those trees planted this year, right?
Correct.
We do.
In reality,
Yeah.
we got to get all
but if we're
those
planting at the
planted.
park, we don't wanna be a place that's gonna be destroyed in
Yeah.
yeah, no, we don't want
2,
that.
3, 5 years.
So put that in your notes, if you can bring a
Are you
plan,
talking like them moving
Next
things and
month?
changing plans?
because
That they're
we'll be in
just kids.
October, we're gonna be planting them the beginning of November.
Okay,
Planting here, let's
If
not.
I
not
got it,
before,
yep.
but, you know,
Yeah,
let's,
it's supposed to
let's
say,
get a plan to
you know, the
plant
next
in
couple
the
phases,
park.
let's make sure that we're not,
Yeah, plant outside.
All of them?
Show us the
it's not a
phase.
limit.
Oh, no.
No, okay, all right.
I don't think we wanna
I got
plant.
some ideas of where impacting. I have not heard anybody, I do know, like, there's a handful of people that want trees, but if those pop up, great. But I have like, coming in on 205 by the Vector, the little issue, I think planting a couple, you know, on 9 right there would just kind of shield that eyesore. You know, if we could do, it's a big
From a
issue.
planner standpoint, I have plenty of places where I would say we need to do something,
Okay,
whether tree planting may be a
Which- and-
second step of what needs to be
We've
done
also
there.
talked about all those choke cherries
Mm-hmm.
down Main Street
Yeah,
that we're
those need to
gonna.
be
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Which there's no cankers this year, and I was trying to figure out why, and then I looked at the one up the street, you know, but
it's gone.
it's dead.
Oh, well, that'll take care of it.
So, they look great this
So we
year.
need to have trees to replace those, right? I mean, that was the goal.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
But they look so
we
nice.
talked about red,
I know they look great right now, but you don't see all the,
I know, yeah.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. And we talked about red maples for for the entry of the city, just, it'll be a nice show in
So
the
the
fall.
fall will just be,
Man, that would look awesome.
Mhm.
That would look nice.
Yeah, but, I mean, we could go back to, and extend it, but the only thing is, we figured out where we could plant them in each of the streets that we're
Yeah.
using. The question was utilities.
Yeah, and
So-
I can get that all figured out. It just,
Well, and if we only do one side of the street,
yeah.
it's like, well, it's better than nothing,
Mhm.
you know?
yep.
Mhm.
But I can understand the works department wanting to get, being a little
It's
concerned
this
about that.
internal battle we have. We all love each other some days.
Yeah,
it's a good way to put it.
Also for,
Always
I
love,
guess,
sometimes like.
the first Fridays, do we, what was that? May, March, April, May, when was that? We did the tree giveaway?
I think it was
May.
May was the first one, yeah.
Okay, because I know next month we have to order, if we do the DNR trees, the seedlings, that order will be due and they deliver in April. Is that how you did those?
No, our state representative gives them to us,
You can keep.
but I don't know if we want to do
title, I got
a
it.
double bang.
Because because I'm getting ready to order some more for myself, but October is I think it's October 20th. I'll have to dig that up and let you guys know, but we can order, it's like, most of them are like $45 to $55 for 100 trees.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to get more bang for our buck, we could do it. And I always am kind of nervous that our state rep is not going to give them to us. You know, it's just been the past 2 or 3 years that they have.
People really like, that is
That-
fun in May.
It really is.
That was fun to
And
hand the trees
You know,
out.
if
Yeah.
we have, you know, if anything's left over, if we can manage to like, you know, manage to store them or something, I think, I'm joking.
No.
You know, a place great. I mean, I can dig in on that and I can do the order and just turn a receipt in, or if we want to do
Yeah.
that, we can.
Yeah, I made a note so we can talk
Because
about
I think by our next meeting, it might
it.
be,
Too late.
or right at that time frame. And not all,
not all the time are they available, but I can get the seedling list and share it with everybody on the email. And then we can decide what we want, if we wanna do it.
And that's
I
from,
think-
sorry.
That's
this
the
is for-
Indiana, so that's from the DNR, it's the
DNR.
DNR seedling program.
I think you should just decide,
Should decide.
but that's my opinion.
Freaking do it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a
Pick
team
two
here.
different, pick
There's no
two
I.
different ones.
Unless you spell it in a foreign language. Yeah, see?
That's
I
my
made the choice
opinion.
last year of what I got,
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
know
I
the
think
tulip
you
trees
should
was
just-
super.
Yeah.
Those little trees were a big hit.
And because those are our state tree, people think that that's cool.
And that, I
so-
think they're in abundance most of the time on them. And there is pine trees and things like that, but
And I'd say no on those.
no, we're
I
trying to
would-
achieve a
yeah, we're
shade
tr-
tree.
a
like,
shade
keep
tree
with
thing.
what our, okay, so, all right, I will make note of that. Dig that up and share that with
We got a
everybody.
list of approved trees,
I mean, if I was here last time, I
so
would
if you look
have.
at the list of,
I have a picture of it,
pick the picture, look at the picture.
but Jeff's gonna share the email. Very good.
Is it okay if I move to adjourn?
It's okay with me, I got everything.
I move to adjourn.
I need a second.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.